laid down here flat while I'm grinding, while I'm brushing it and chipping it and whatnot. Don't think I laid this thing down flat to weld it, because I didn't. We'll put it back up and go the other direction for that final pass. Now, a final pass on any multi-pass fillet weld tends to go slower. Tend to have to hang around a little bit because you're filling in a little nook there. And always watch the top really carefully. Try not to bobble and leave undercut, and try to go just slow enough to not leave undercut. But generally that last bead goes in a little slower than the rest, and that's okay. Sometimes you have to make up the difference. If you don't stack them just right, you got to go a little bit slower just to kind of make it even, and that's what we'll show you in a minute when we swap over to the 1/8 rod. So that's a layer of 3 passes, total of 6 beads now with a 3/32. What we're going to do now is going to crank it up to about 140. You know, some 7018 1/8 will run fine about 120, 125, but I found I had to go up to about 140 on these to make them run pretty good. So that first pass again, the 1/8 rod, tight arc, not a whole lot of rod angle, and lining up dead center on the bottom toe of the weld. And then the second pass, I'm lining up, kind of trying to overlap half of what I just put down, that last bead I just put down, and kind of watching the top, trying to stay even with the top toe of that of the top weld.
Oh, nice bed.
And didn't quite get there, so now I'm having to do a little bit of oscillation and go a little bit slower just to make up the difference, because could have put an extra bead after the end, but it really didn't warrant that. Just going a little slower here with a little oscillation, good tight arc, watching the top of that bead to prevent undercut. It worked out pretty well. Slag doesn't peel off like an onion quite like the Excalibur, but it comes off okay. These are Technoweld brand name rods, and they're not fresh. They've been sitting out a while. They should be in an oven, but they're okay for doing this little demo. But you see, using enough amperage and tight arc and the other tips, even welding overhead, it doesn't mound and hang and everything. It lays in there nice and flat because your arc force pushes it in. It's hard to believe we live in a time where a little welder, not much bigger than a lunchbox like this, will burn a 1/8 7018 and will TIG weld and all that stuff. Pretty amazing. I've been using this welder also to film this, doing some work filming this 6G 2-inch Schedule 80 pipe with a dip technique on the root, and then stick cap pass. Working on that. That'll be out in a few weeks anyway. And anyway, thanks for watching. Visit weldingtipsandtricks.com.